Welcome to today's video. I am Rick Chapo with Dmca Agent Service.com. Today we're looking at one of the foundational aspects of the DMCA, specifically, what is the DMCA's safe harbor? The DMCA is a federal law that was enacted in 1998, and it applies to copyright issues in the online environment as well as the digital environment. Section 512 of the DMCA contains what are known as safe harbor provisions. There are actually 4 of them, but the general idea is that a internet service provider, which includes a website or an app, cannot be held liable for copyright infringement for content uploaded by users. So let's take a YouTube video. I decide to create a new video on the DMCA, and I use a Rolling Stones song in the background. Well, I don't really have permission to use that song, and I don't have any fair use defense, so I'm committing kind of classic copyright infringement. Now, when I upload that video to YouTube, is YouTube liable for that? And under the DMCA safe harbor provisions, the answer is no, because again, it's going to be immune from the actions of users, in this case myself. So to maintain that safe harbor immunity, however, one has to follow a particular compliance procedure. And the compliance procedure applies whether your company is huge as YouTube or one as small as a blog that's allowing comments. And the procedure basically starts off by requiring the website or the app to designate an agent. This agent is going to be the person who receives complaints. If you ever formed a business entity, and the agent, the DMCA agent, is somewhat similar to the agent for service of process who receives legal documents on behalf of the company. So the agent can be anyone. However, there are situations where you probably want to use a third-party service like ours, and that is where you're working from home or you're working from a sensitive area and you really don't want quote-unquote fans showing up at your door. Or you're in a situation where you really don't want your email address and your phone number harvested by bots so that they can be added to sales call lists and spam lists. The agent's information is going to be listed on your website or app. It's also going to be listed in a publicly available database that's maintained by the Copyright Office. So there's no privacy, no anonymity. For larger corporations, they also sometimes will use an agent service like ours just because they want to make sure that there's somebody that's handling it all the time, because employees, of course, will leave during certain periods of time. Maybe they get fired or they move on to a better opportunity, whatever it is, and that can leave gaps in agent coverage. So again, anybody can be the agent, but often third-party services, really the way to go. The purpose of this video isn't really to promote our service, but there you are. So how does the procedure work? Well, once you've designated the agent, you have them listed on your site. A copyright owner sees something that they don't like and they think their content's being infringed on. They would send you what's called a takedown request or a takedown notice, same thing. That goes to the agent. The agent would then instruct the company to take down the content. So the content goes down. It's not deleted. It's just removed from public view. And then a message is sent to the person who uploaded it saying, hey, we received a copyright infringement complaint for this content you uploaded. The content's going to stay down unless you take particular action under the DMCA. Now, that person, in the vast majority of cases, is not going to take any action. They're just going to let it drop right then. But they do have the right to file a counter notification. If that happens, you would then send that counter notification off to the copyright owner saying, well, here's the person that posted the content, and they're saying that your claim is nonsense. At that point, the copyright owner has 2 choices. 1, drop the matter, or 2, file a lawsuit in federal court against the person who posted the content. Now, at that time, they may also try to sue the site or the app. That would be you. And they do this primarily just because they name everybody. But your attorney would file a motion to dismiss the claim, citing the safe harbor with the court, and most courts would dismiss the lawsuit against you. However, in some cases they don't, and they'll say, well, let's see what discovery shows. Discovery is the exchange of information and documents and depositions, things of that sort. Once discovery is done, though, your attorney would file a motion for summary judgment and almost always going to get out at that point. So that's the DMCA process. If you follow that procedure and you stick to it, you should have immunity. The immunity should be established, and you have your get out of jail card. Now, the DMCA stands for Digital Millennium Copyright Act. It does not apply to trademarks. I'm not sure where people got that idea, but if a trademark complaint comes in, there is no immunity. There is no DMTA. So you have to deal with trademarks separately. And if you have a trademark situation that arises, whether you're being accused of infringing or you think there's another party that's infringing on you, you really want to talk to a trademark attorney. It's a specialized area of law, and you want to make sure that you get somebody who knows what they're doing so you don't run into unnecessary problems. So that's it for today. What is the DMCA safe harbor? It's pretty much one of the foundational laws of the internet. If it didn't exist, the internet would look radically different, because most big user-generated content sites probably wouldn't exist because they would have been sued out of existence. So it is a good thing. Even if you have mixed feelings about copyright, the DMCA safe harbor provision is pretty much universally applauded. So if you have any questions or comments, you can reach us at dmcaagentservice.com. Just use the contact page and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you get the urge, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We'll be posting copyright and DMCA videos frequently. That hopefully will be a little helpful. And that's it for today. Thanks.